Hey everyone, today's video recap will be one of the most wanted and trending film, The Contractor. The Contractor is a 2022 American drama, action and thriller film directed by Tarek Saleh in his English-language film debut. The film stars Chris Pine, Ben Foster, Gillian Jacobs, Eddie Marsan, J.D. Pardo, Florian Munteanu, and Kiefer Sutherland. Shooting started in Europe, remembering post-Bragg for October 2019 and enveloped by the recording tour the finish of 2019. The Worker for Hire was delivered in theaters and on request in the US on April 1, 2022. And now let's begin to dive into the plot and enjoy watching. Likes and subscriptions are highly appreciated. Coordinated by Tarek Saleh and composed by J.P. Davis, The Contractor follows exceptional Powers Sergeant James Harper, Chris Pine, who is automatically released from the military and cut off from his benefits. He lives with his significant other Brianne, Gillian Jacobs, and child Jack, Sander Thomas. Also, by living, it implies he invests energy with them and utilizations the remainder of it to practice and recover from the different wounds in his body, the nastiest one of which is in his knee. In any case, he appears for his revaluation that will permit him to rejoin the unique powers and pros it on a superficial level. Be that as it may, the assessing officials track down high portions of steroids and human development chemical in his blood and they reject his bid as well as respectably release him, subsequently removing him his annuity and medical care honors. This places him in a dangerous circumstance as he's battling to get a noble line of work beyond the powers, and Brianne's pay won't cover their obligations and home loans. James considers going for private contracting, however his wife, Brianne, helps him to remember his stand on it. Not long after that, insight about an individual Marine named Bricklayer's demise strikes a chord, and it is intimated that he passed on by self-destruction. James chooses to go to the memorial service, and that is where he meets his drawn-out companion, Mike, Ben Cultivate, who welcomes him over to supper. Under the guise of showing his new home and rejoining James with his family, Mike establishes doing a confidential dark operations work. Since Mike knows about James' monetary circumstance and he realizes that subsequent to perceiving how well he is doing, James will not have the option to express no to it. Obviously, James says okay and plunks down with the head of activities corroded, Kiefer Sutherland, to talk about the subtleties. He's doled out to go on a mission in Germany to take out one Salim Mohammed Mohsen, charges passages. Also, things go south there before long and James is compelled to scrutinize. The Contractor is without a doubt Chris Pine vehicle who conveys a solemn, tormenting, and horrible execution. Saleh, alongside proofreader Thace Schmidt and cinematographer Pierre Ain, permits Pine to in the middle of between the amazing activity scenes, subsequently offering the crowd the chance to extend their considerations onto him in regards to what James is pondering. Might it be said that he is stressed? Might it be said that he is irate? Might it be said that he is terrified? Or on the other hand, would he say he is up until this point gone, that he isn't thinking in any way? What's more, finding the solutions to that large number of inquiries through Pine's mind-boggling articulations makes for a connecting with review insight. Ben and Courage, Gillian Jacobs, Eddie Marsan, and Kiefer Sutherland really do sparkle in the scenes they are in. However, they are fundamentally in the film to highlight Pine's excursion, and they succeed at doing precisely that. Additionally, considering how this is the third film that Cultivate and Pine have featured together after The Best Hours, 2016, and Any Conceivable Hardship or Obstacle, 2016, it's obvious that their science on and off the screen is electric. The Contractor certainly attempts to fit the bill for the Taylor Sheridan School of Neo-Westerns, Sicario, Any and All Obstacles, Windstream, Sicario 2, Without Thinking Twice, and The People Who Wish Me Dead. However, the narrating experience is a little, since it leaves a lot of material that needs goal for the third demonstration. All things being equal, Davis and Saleh center around James' own excursion, his fight with his physical and mental evil spirits, and genuinely test the constraints of his mankind and his adoration for his nation and his loved ones. Which would have been sufficient assuming the film was about that. Be that as it may, since the story alludes to generally, worldwide important issues, it positively would have been exceptional on the off chance that the producers gave those subplots more space to move around as opposed to allowing them to happen off screen or by settling them excessively fast and helpfully. Everything that expressed, the film is splendidly paced, sprinkled for certain stunning exciting bends in the road, includes a lot of rock-solid activity groupings, and, as referenced previously, without hesitation drove by Chris Pine to keep you locked in. Although, the ending scene makes it clear that James gets back to his family, the voice in which he shouts to his child doesn't seem like his, with additional profundity and weight to it. This voice rather coordinates most with James' dad, who stayed away forever, and this summarizes the circular segment of James' personality. It was never a possibility for him to not return, for he knows how it feels to be a kid continually expecting his dad's return. His life as a youngster had been spent hanging tight for the voice of his dad to get back to him, and presently he ensures that he is there for his child. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like the videos and subscribe to my channel for more videos and updates.